welcome to the deep dive. You sent us down a really interesting path this time. We're looking at this intersection of artificial intelligence and decentralized finance. DeFi.
Yeah, it's a hot area.
And specifically, this new partnership that seems, well, pretty cutting edge.
Absolutely. The material you shared, it zeroes in on Aspis Zebec. They're the AI asset management folks teaming up with Zebec. And Zebec is a big name in decentralized payment streaming.
Right. A leader there.
It's a really fascinating mix, these two innovative bits of the blockchain world coming together.
Exactly. So our mission today really is to unpack what this Aspis Zebec link-up could actually mean. For DeFi's future, sure, but also, for people trying to navigate this space.
Like our listeners, yeah.
We're going to focus on the cool stuff they're building, merging that AI brainpower with these real-time money flows. You give us some great sources, news pieces, Zebec's white papers, even deep developer docs.
Good mix to dig into.
Okay, so let's start with Zebec's foundation.
Yeah.
This idea of continuous settlement. What actually is it? And, why is it important?
Right. Continuous settlement. Basically, it means transactions get executed and confirmed almost instantly, like bang. Conditions met, transaction settled, you see the result right away.
Ah, okay.
Which is pretty different from traditional finance, right? Where everything often gets bundled up and settled, maybe end of day.
Yeah, that batch processing thing, like sending money, it takes a day, maybe more.
Exactly. Continuous settlement in DeFi wants to kill that lag time.
Okay, so no more waiting around. It's happening like super fast. That sounds like it could open up some real advantages. Yeah. What are the main benefits here?
Well, number one, probably dynamic liquidity. Because money settles fast, it's not stuck in transit, right? Capital can move much quicker to react to market changes.
Makes sense.
So if you're trading on a DEX, see a price move, boom, you can act without that settlement delay messing things up.
Okay.
And another huge one is reduced counterparty risk. Less time between starting and finishing a deal means less chance for the other side to flake out or for the market to go completely haywire before it's done.
Right. Less uncertainty, so less holding your breath. What's actually making this work? It's not just faster computers, is it? What's the tech underneath?
No, not just faster hardware. The engine here is usually smart contracts and the DeFi protocols themselves.
Ah, the code.
Yeah, these self-executing contracts on the blockchain. They automate the whole process. Check conditions, execute the trade, settle it all without needing like a traditional clearinghouse or other middlemen.
Okay. Automated and trustless.
That's the idea. Powered by the blockchain.
Got it. Smart contracts doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
So bringing it back to Aspis, the news said Zebec's protocol lets Aspis users get payment streams faster. How does that fit?
Exactly. Zebec provides the plumbing, the rails for those fast payments. So if Aspis's AI does its thing, manages assets, generates returns, Zebec's system lets the users get those funds almost immediately. It's not like waiting days for your investment returns to clear. Here, it could be practically instant.
Wow. Okay. So Zebec handles the speed of money movement. Now, Aspis, what are they bringing? This AI-driven asset management. What's their role?
Aspis is let's say, the intelligence layer. They're using AI to manage assets within DeFi.
How so?
Well, think AI algorithms making automated trading decisions, maybe assessing risk, optimizing portfolios, all based on crunching real-time data. The goal is to bring that kind of sophisticated data-driven management you see in like big traditional funds, but do it decentrally.
And the sources also mentioned Aspis hooking into a DAO framework. A decentralized autonomous organization. What's that about?
Yeah, the DAO part is interesting. It suggests they're aiming for a more community-driven setup and potentially more liquidity, too.
How does the DAO help liquidity?
Well, DAOs run on token holder voting, right? Okay. So integrating with one could incentivize people to participate, maybe lock up assets, get involved in governance, basically attract more capital and activity into the Aspis system.
Ah. Okay, so the community helps fuel the platform. Stepping back then, what's the grand vision? What are Aspis and Zebec really trying to build together here?
The big picture, based on the material, is aiming for a significantly better financial system. Combining Aspis's AI management with Zebec's real-time payments, they want DeFi to be way more automated, much more efficient.
A smoother experience.
Yeah, exactly. Smoother, easier for people to actually use decentralized finance.
Makes sense. AI making smart, fast decisions and the real-time payments making it all happen instantly.
That does sound powerful.
I saw this term DeFi thrown around, DeFi plus AI.
Yeah, catchy.
Let's dig into that synergy. What's the core innovation when you combine the AI and the real-time flows like this?
The real magic, I think, is the feedback loop it creates.
Feedback loop.
Yeah. Imagine the AI spots an opportunity, right? With Zebec, the trade executes and settles almost instantly. So the AI immediately sees the result. Did it work? How well?
I see.
And it can then adjust its strategy straight away. It's this cycle. Intelligent action, immediate feedback, refine, act again. You just can't do that with the delays in traditional finance or even slower blockchains.
So the AI learns and adapts much faster.
More agile.
Okay, now security and transparency. Always big questions in DeFi. How are Aspis and Zebec tackling this in their DeFi world?
They seem very focused on it. The sources emphasize using on-chain methods heavily. Meaning transactions, fund movements, they're all recorded right there on the blockchain. Immutable, transparent, verifiable.
So users can actually check what's happening.
To a large extent, yes. It creates this built-in layer of trust, or at least auditability.
Okay. And I saw Zebec mentioned unmediated asset transfer. What's that mean here?
Unmediated transfer. Basically moving assets directly, peer-to-peer almost, without needing traditional intermediaries, banks, custodians, clearinghouses, which fits perfectly with Aspis's AI managing decentralized funds, right? The AI decides, Zebec provides the direct path on-chain to execute it. Fewer third parties means fewer delays, fewer costs, maybe fewer points of failure or control.
Right. Less friction. So the blockchain infrastructure itself handles the secure direct movement, minimizing those old settlement risks. Now, efficiency, big promise of DeFi. How does this partnership actually boost liquidity and efficiency?
Well, the expectation is definitely for increased liquidity and much faster settlement. By cutting out those traditional bottlenecks, batch processing, waiting on different parties, the collaboration allows for automated, near-instant transfers. So for users, that means faster access to your money. Capital works harder. It's not just sitting idle, waiting to sell.
So you can react faster, move funds more easily.
Exactly. Engage in financial stuff with near-instant finality. Imagine rebalancing your portfolio in seconds, not hours or days.
Yeah, that's a big difference. Faster transactions, capital moving efficiently. Yeah. Sounds like a solid step for making DeFi more practical. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. The Zebec Network token, ZBCN, what's its job in all this?
Right, ZBCN, it's the network's native token, and it does a few key things. First, governance.
Voting rights?
Yep. Holding ZBCN gives you a say in network decisions, ecosystem choices. Usually more tokens means more voting power.
Okay, so community control. What about actual uses, utility?
It's got several. It's used to pay transaction fees, gas fees on the Zebec network. And also for bridging assets between different chains in the Zebec ecosystem, kind of like a toll. And it can be used as native collateral within apps built on Zebec.
Collateral, interesting. And I saw something about the fee structure, 1 ZBCN per transaction.
Yeah, that's the standard network fee. And what's interesting is how it's used. Part goes to the validators securing the network.
Rewarding them.
Right. And another part gets burned.
Burned, meaning destroyed.
Permanently removed from circulation, yeah. So it introduces this deflationary pressure over time. Using the network actually reduces the total supply.
Huh. That could affect its value long term. The sources also talked about perks for holding ZBCN. What kind of incentives are there?
Quite a few, actually. Holders can get access to premium Zebec products, sometimes with no fees.
Like what?
Like maybe fee discounts on their multi-sig safe or the payment streaming. And they mention premium tiers for the Zebec Instant Card.
Oh, the crypto card?
Yeah. Higher spending limits maybe, getting ZBCN rewards back on spending, stuff like that.
Sounds pretty useful. Anything else planned?
Seems so. They talked about integrating ZBCN more deeply into payments, card stuff, real-world asset payments, using it for fees on partner networks like Nautilus.
Okay.
Even letting holders tip sequencers to get transactions processed faster during busy times. And airdrops.
Free token.
Yeah, exclusive airdrops from partner projects seem to be a common perk for ZBCN holders. They even mentioned exploring integrating meme coins into the card, maybe with some allocation for holders.
Wow, okay. So holding ZBCN unlocks quite a bit. Discounts, premium access, potential airdrops, real-world integration. Now that white paper mentioned a token migration, ZBC to ZBCN. Why did they do that?
Yeah, the migration. It was basically a 1-to-10 split. One old ZBC became 10 new ZBCN.
Yep.
The main reason seems to be simplifying the fee structure, making that standard gas fee an easy-to-understand 1 ZBCN.
It's a usability.
Pretty Pretty much. It wasn't about changing the total value. Market cap stayed the same, just redenominating to make the transaction costs feel cleaner, less fractional.
Gotcha. Makes sense. And governance, again, they mentioned a hybrid governance model for the Zebec DAO. What's hybrid about it?
Right, the hybrid model. It tries to blend on-chain voting with off-chain discussion.
How does that work?
So ideas and proposals start off-chain forums, social media, community, investors, partners discuss, debate, refine things there.
Yeah, like brainstorming.
Kind of. Then only proposals that get real traction and sort of informal agreement off-chain move to the formal on-chain vote.
Where ZBCN holders vote with their tokens.
Exactly. It aims for the security and transparency of on-chain voting, but keeps the flexibility of broader, maybe more nuanced discussion happening off-chain first. They even have a formal process with Zebec improvement proposals, ZIPs with clear voting periods and quorum rules.
Seems like a balanced approach. Best of both worlds, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, before we wrap, the sources also touched on Zebec's existing products. Can you quickly highlight those? How do they fit this whole picture?
Sure. Zebec Payroll is a big one. It really shows off the continuous settlement idea.
Yeah.
It lets businesses, or anyone really, stream payments or payroll in stablecoins in real time, so employees could literally get paid by the second as they work.
Instead of waiting for payday.
Right. And it has other features built in, like auto-investing into crypto dollar cost averaging or even crypto 401k options, plus fee-free ways to move between fiat and crypto.
Applying that core tech to everyday money needs. What else?
There's Zebec Safe. That's their multi-sig treasury management tool, mainly for Solana projects, gives orgs fine-grained control over their crypto, lets them pause, cancel, resume those payment streams. Very useful for DAOs managing treasuries.
Okay.
And importantly, they offer SDKs, software development kits.
Tools for developers.
Yeah, so other builders can integrate Zebec's payment streaming into their own apps across different chains too, Solana, near EVM chains like BSC, Nautilus. They want their tech used widely.
Definitely sound like they've built a whole ecosystem around continuous settlement. So putting it all together, this Aspis Zebec partnership, it really does feel like a potentially significant step for DeFi.
I think so, yeah. It really represents a move towards more sophisticated, more efficient DeFi, integrating that AI intelligence with the instant payment rails. It could genuinely pave the way for faster, safer, more automated, decentralized finance for everyone.
Yeah, and the potential benefits seem clear. Better liquidity, more transparency, smoother processes overall in DeFi.
Exactly. It tackles some of those friction points that have maybe held DeFi back from wider adoption, you know?
Definitely. So looking ahead, AI is creeping into everything, right? It makes you wonder, how else could AI-powered DeFi evolve beyond just trading and investing? How might it weave into our daily financial lives? What totally new ways of managing assets or interacting with finance might this unlock? Things we maybe haven't even thought of yet.
That's the big question, isn't it? What comes next?
Definitely food for thought. Thanks for digging into this with me today.